Mama B, are you here? Green Spell, welcome. There's no free lists, guys. I'm just online for a brief period. I do have a booking for 1 p.m. It's currently 11 a.m. So I'm online for about an hour and 40 minutes or an hour and a half. I also have a bit of a closed window if the workers and that come in behind me. Now I have put the hearing aid things in, so you should be able to hear my voice, and I think that the background is turned down, but unfortunately in front of me as well is a speaker. Yeah, so at the moment I've got this room to myself. It is 11 a.m. I'm assuming that if anybody will be coming in here, it won't be for at least 2 hours. 1 hour. So yeah, if you want to make a donation, donations are $12 US and $7 US. That is for a longer kind of detailed reading or a $7 reading. Now I was offering the $10 readings. They were mostly supposed to be for a super chat payment. There is no $7 via super chat. It is either $10 or $12. That's because of the fees and charges on there. So if you're here and you're hanging around waiting for freebies, I'm only doing PayPal readings. Okay, and talking about PayPal, we have a PayPal right now. So I'm going to have to go out of the screen, check the PayPal, and then come back. All right, so yeah, unfortunately what happened was I had a client that booked in and I was supposed to do it at 9 o'clock my time this morning. I was actually up earlier than that, and I said I could do it at about 8:15 my time this morning. The person then said that they weren't going to be available till about 11 o'clock my time, so I went ahead and did some other things at home and postponed it and thought, okay, I'll do it when I get to the club. And then I went to message them to say I'm on my way to the club, and it was around 10:15, and they had actually replied to me an hour before saying that they were ready at 9 a.m. So now they're telling me that they're ready at 1 p.m. my time. So it's sort of like the days all got skewy. I don't have the iPad with me, thinking I wasn't going to be doing live. Anyway, James, you're first up. I've just got to find my other glasses so I can read the screen. And I'm just going to check PayPal before we go further, because I do think somebody else just paid as well. Okay, there's my pen and the other glasses so I can see the screen, because it's very tiny writing, and with distance glasses on I can't see the tiny writing with close-up. Maurice, you paid, did you? Double mini for James. Oh, and Mama B, I have a yes and no question when you're ready. So yeah, we'll get to that later. All right, so James with a double mini. Now, we might just keep the readings closed until I get forward. I'm just checking, I thought somebody came in here. All right, and I'm going to have to talk in a quieter tone. So, just had a great telephone conversation with Patty and made plans to get together this week. How will things go between us? Cool. Finally, some movement in the Patty direction. Before I start that, James, I'm just going to go and check what Maurice paid there. All right, Maurice. Detailed. So we'll just take it slowly, Mama B. At the moment, just hold off with the readings, because if someone does come in here, I'll have to talk at a lower tone, and that thing is pretty loud. It's right beside me here, but it doesn't matter where I sit in the room, that sound on my television is coming in loud and clear. So, yeah. All right, James, here we go. You and Patty. Oh, she's had the flu. She's been really sick, that's why you couldn't get a hold of her. Okay, well hopefully she feels a lot better soon. How will the get-together between James and Patty go? How will the get-together between James and Patty go? James is having a get-together with Patty. How will that go for him? Yeah, so Mama B, we've got Maurice with a detailed reading after this. And so those cards I looked at the other day, James, when I said something about jealousy or things like that, jealousy cards can actually represent illness. So there's possibility that it was something to do with that. Okay, you and Patty. For you, there's a lot of fears and worries about, I don't think this is coming together. You know, like, you want it, you know the plan, you know which way you want to go about things. But at the same time, I'm seeing a lot of fear on your side of it that she's not wanting me the way I'm wanting her, or this is just not going to work, or we're not going to get together, it's taking too long. So it's almost like you're scared of what you're going to say when you're with her. You don't want to scare her off, but you don't want to lose her, or you don't want her to think that it's just friendship. So I see with you a lot of confusion, a lot of fear, a lot of this is not going to work, but you've got a card here that means I'm determined, I'm going to make this happen. You've got a card here that represents learning from the past, learning from past mistakes. But the black cards are telling me there's fear there about ever having her in the way that you want to have her. With Patty, you did mention that she's been quite sick. We do have her with this king over here. The king is usually representing somebody, fitness, health, food, relaxation, meditation, whatever, this guy here. But yeah, she's got stuff that she's going to say and not going to say. There's stuff hidden or sort of not coming out the right way. I wish I could find somebody that works here to tell them to turn that bloody thing down. It's football and stuff on the screen over there, which I'm not watching, and there's nobody in here watching anything. There's nobody out there watching anything. All right, let's have a look. Patty and James together. Patty and James. James, post your second question, please, so that we can have it ready there. James has got 2 readings, Mama B, before we move on to Maurice. I just put these cards down the wrong way. I was spelling out Patty instead of James and then James. So it's interesting because when I put Patty down, here's the 2 of you with this surprise and everything like that. There is something major going on here. Now, I don't know if this is stress with work. I don't know if this is the sickness. I don't know if there's something underlying, something bigger than what's being said, you know, like more than a flu bug or something like that. But there is some sort of discussion between the 2 of you going on. This is a lot of conversation going on. It can be a lot of misunderstanding as well on either your part or hers. But then you have this. Making plans for things, talking about possible future, more things, doing things together. But again, the fear is sitting there, James, where you're not too sure, should I do this, shouldn't I do this with Patty? Okay, so let's have a look at some tarots for you for the last couple of minutes. James and Patty again. James and Patty are having a get together. How will this all go? Somebody has just paid again, Mama B. I'm not sure who. I'll have a look in a sec. Oh, so she's been really stressed with work and stuff. Okay. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of work conversation and a lot of planning and a lot of, I've been really tired, I've been really stressed out. And if she works in, you said she works in tattoo, but she works in massage and stuff like that as well. It may be the whole new plans that you were talking about where you're only allowed to do a certain amount of clients per year, all of that sort of thing. All right, here we go. James and Patty on the weekend or during the week. This is nice, it's nice. There is a bit of a stubborn kind of, I'll be there when I'm there, or I've got to get going, or something like that. There is also this need to comfort and rescue Patty. Tell her that you're here for her and don't feel like she has to do this stuff alone. And when she wasn't well, please call me. I'll come and help you. I'll make some chicken soup and I'll bring it over, or whatever. We do have a love thing talked about making this more than just a friendship, hanging out together. You need to trust in your own intuition. You'll be getting signals. You'll be getting signals from Patty whether, yeah, she likes this conversation, no, she doesn't, she's uncomfortable. So just keep a close eye on how she's reacting to what you say. But you need to trust in your gut. You need to talk about a new beginning, a new fresh start, and possible plans for the future. This is normally a wedding card. It's normally about something more solid. Plus you had the Knight of Cups, which is not just a fling, not just hanging out together. It's talking about something more solid together. So it's looking good, but don't get too lost in the conversation about work and stress and sickness. Make sure that you start talking about, that you think about her and that you wonder about, had you got together years ago, where you'd be right now. Would you have 5 kids? Would you have 2 kids, And so you think strongly about her. Anyway, let's quickly do a yes and no with the blue cards before we look at your second question. Yes or no? Just think about a yes or no question in your mind, James. We're getting another payment at the moment, Mama B. That's Erica. Somebody else paid in between James and Maurice, and then Erica. There was another payment come up, unless it was Erica twice. Erica, did you go twice? I do know somebody paid me like 10 cents or something the other day, and then they paid me the full amount. I can't remember if that was you or Alyssa. We have Erica and Alyssa that comes in. All right, James, here we go. Yes or no? As per usual, we have a no, a yes, and a maybe. So let's get another one. We got a yes. Okay, we're going to take a yes, a maybe yes on the question. We got something that could be, don't push it, don't push the boundaries, don't push too hard. We've also got the whole moon goddess kind of thing. So that's also about desire and just letting somebody know that basically it's like the Empress, James. Let her know she's your Empress. She's what you think about when you go to sleep. She's what you think about when you wake up. She's what you think about when you plan a birthday or a holiday or whatever. And by the way, James, we're creeping up on your birthday and a week to go. Maybe she's got something special for you. You need to keep the balance in check and you need to work out, take that blindfold off. Don't sit there and think, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. Say it. Work it out. All right, let me just go and check PayPal and see. Then, or whether it pauses it when I go out to check PayPal. Basically, we have Meh with a mini reading. Up next, we've got James with a second mini reading. Then we have Maurice's question. Then we have Meh. Meh, your question is on PayPal. I don't know if she's going to come in here and say her question because I don't really want to go in and out. And then we've got Erica. Erica, you're number 4. All right, so James, your second question was, will you and Patty end up in dating each other? Fingers crossed, James, maybe this is it. This is the timing is now. This going out, hooking up, finally maybe we're on the right path. Will James and Patty end up dating each other? Will James and Patty end up dating each other? Hey there, Tam, welcome to the room. There is no free questions anymore, sorry. I do take $2 super chats or $2 PayPals for a yes or no question, but at the moment, things are closed until I catch up. James and Patty, will you be dating? Okay, so when we do it this way, we do 4 lots of 3. We do 12 of these, and then we'll do 6 of the tarots for this type of reading. When we do the other one, we do 15 and 9, I think, so do a lot of cards. All right, James, we just end up dating each other. There's your plan. We got soulmate, we got commitment, we got a friendship to start with. We got this friendship, we got making the plans for the future, making a plan to have this thing happening. Bottom of the deck, we actually do have a pregnancy sequence here. We have a sexual connection. We also have a fertility connection. We've got the 3 and the 9, which is normally a baby, and this is a parenting kind of thing. Now, unfortunately, when it's black, it's like parenting on your own. It's like doing something and there's a baby, but it's sort of like one person doing everything and the other person is not participating, or they're not there for some reason. There will be some things that don't match between you and Patty, but there will be some nice surprises about things and plans. She may tell you that she's been thinking of relocating and moving to Florida or moving to California or whatever. And then I feel that if she said something like that, you would say, well, I want to come along. You know, outcome here, it's showing the King of Hearts and the Ace of Hearts in reverse. So will you end up dating? I don't think you're going to end up in a solid relationship, more of a friendship and hanging out and going places at this point, which is good. There is some wishes coming true in this reading, but we got something to do with something quite severe and stressful here. So I feel that there could be disappointment on your part, James. Let's just see what the tarots have to say about this connection. Would James and Patty end up dating each other? What kind of connection will they have in the coming weeks, months? What's the connection between James and Patty in the next weeks and months? James and Patty. This is good. Okay, so we got the plan. But we got the unknown sitting over top of it. So there's going to be some unknowns there. Does she want this? Doesn't she want this? All that sort of thing. Then we've got the outcome, which is really, really good. So there is a good outcome. I think it's going to be more than just friends hanging out. There's also a single energy sitting there where she's still wanting her space, or you're wanting your space or something, but then the two of you come together as the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So this is you making the planning and stability and waiting and being there, and this is her finally giving out the love. You mentioned something the other day to me in WhatsApp in private that you feel like she's still got some healing and things to do at the moment. I do see that. I think that might be the black cards that I'm seeing coming out for you, James. We'll just do some of these for you before the buzzer goes, and then we'll get you to think of a yes or no. Show me James and Patty. 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom. James and Patty, will they end up in dating each other? And what will that be like? I just seen someone that works here. I was going to get her to come in here and say, is there any chance you can turn this sound down in here? All right, James and Patty, will you end up dating each other? New beginnings, the baby, the story, the new beginning, the wishes coming true. But it's not going to be easy. Got mountains there to cross. So it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be hard to read her sometimes, hard to work out, does she want me, doesn't she want me, does she want to do something more solid, is she backing off from this? You're being told to give it time. Everything takes time and building to get to where you want to go, and then finally you set sail. So do I think that you will be in a dating relationship? Yes, I do, from what I'm seeing there, but I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think it's going to take more and more talking and getting together and working it out what you want. All right, James, think about a yes or no, but it's looking pretty good. Welcome, Michael Jackson, to the room. I don't know why things have been removed, if you're saying something you shouldn't be saying. Anyway, because I didn't see it, so all good. Mama B, make sure that if there is anything, the photograph that you were telling me about the other day, do the photograph thing over in WhatsApp for me, that'll be good. If need be, if need be. All right. James, yes or no? And then up next we have Maurice. We got a yes here, James. We got community celebration, get-togethers, going out, getting to know each other. We got strategy and planning for the next move, and then we got more celebrating going on. We got 3 cards that are all basically about invites and celebrating and planning and all the rest of it. You did photo and WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Good, Mama B. Yeah, so this is looking like a yes there, James. So nice answers there. All right, let's just get on to Maurice's question. All right, it's James, Maurice. Maurice with the detail, we'll just put a tick in there. Maurice, what does the card see for you in the current job, in finances, in the next 5 weeks? Okay, that's a specific time frame there. Over here in Australia, I think that your financial year is January to December. Ours is July 1st to June the 30th, our financial year. So I think in America you do it from January the 1st to December the 31st. We do it different. We're upside down here. Mama B, I don't know, what I'm planning on doing, Mama B, is removing you as a moderator and then reinstating you as a administrating moderator so that you can do a lot more than you can do right now. I want to change that about. Meh has actually put her question on PayPal. I didn't want to have to go back out and get it, but if she's gone, she's probably said just put a timestamp. So when we get to her, put timestamp in capital letters when we get to Meh. Okay, Maurice, so we want to see over the next 5 weeks what's going to go on with you, and this is a detailed read. Okay, here we go. Show me Maurice, Cancer star sign. I'm not going to do star signs today because I haven't got long here in this room before people start coming in here. Hopefully everybody can hear me loud and clear because I may have to talk a little bit quieter if they do come in here if we continue on. But I do have a booked private reading for 1 p.m. Show me Maurice, the Cancer star sign, work over the coming 5 weeks. So I'm doing 3 for each week, okay? 15 cards. And then from the bottom of the deck, just to see what else is laying there. Okay, first week up, we do have some surprises, things that you didn't plan. So be ready for what you're not ready for, basically. Expect the unexpected, so to speak. These are surprising cards. This can be stressful. It can be stressful, it can be gossip, it can be work, it can be plans that you think, oh my God, this is going to take longer than I thought. So if you are on some sort of project at work at the moment, it's going to take a lot more. But there is some sort of surprise coming in. It may be a new project, it may be a new job opportunity or movement forward. But yeah, so there's some sort of unexpected, not so great kind of surprise, but it's to do with study, work and movement, okay? It's also restricted movement, Maurice. In the next week, now this could be all arse about. This could be the last of 5 weeks, this could be tomorrow, okay? But let's just go in sequence. This is something new that you're wanting. You're wanting something new, you're holding something secret in, or your abilities to do a certain job or a task, you're not letting somebody else know. This is where something's hidden from you, or you're hiding something from somebody else. So I feel like you're on an agenda of growth, security, and something new. If you do have plans of movement, moving to a different job, different state, different wherever, this is telling me there's roadblocks and delays with that, Maurice. So the first 2 weeks are showing a bit of stress, bit of talking, but sort of not getting the answers that you seek, scratching your head a little bit about what to do next or where you're going. We also have, coming up, this is something more personal in about 3 weeks' time. This is something to do with family or some woman. It can be a friend, it can be a business partner. We are looking at work, so it's probably something to do with work itself. But this is where you're in the right place at the right time and everything starts to flow. It's also where truth starts to come out. And also anything that's gone on in the past. If somebody owes you an apology or somebody owes you some money, or you were promised something in the past and it never eventuated, it looks like it's finally starting to flow. Okay, after the week after that, what I'm seeing here is a bit of stress again. The 4 can be secrets, it can be learning something the hard way. I wish I did that course and now I would know what I'm doing right now. So it's almost like you and somebody else not agreeing to which way to proceed. So let's say you said you work in accounts, I think. Let's say you're handed some big account and you've got to work in tandem with a couple of other people or even one person. It's like you can see a good window and what you need to do. The other person doesn't see it the way you see it. So I do see some sort of back-to-back facing off with each other and not agreeing to which way is the best way to proceed. Delivery service, you work with delivery service. Well, this would be where somebody's complaining about the delivery service, or somebody, their goods haven't arrived, or their goods ended up in the wrong street or whatever. There's some sort of disagreement going on here in about 4 weeks' time or a month or so. And like I said, this could be next week. Everything could be in the wrong way. At the end of the reading, as we go about 5, 6 weeks, maybe even 2 months, we've got something where you're just wanting a change, Maurice. You're wanting to do something else. You're wanting to move up. You will be moving up. You will be getting the money you deserve. So if currently you're working 6 hours and feel like your pay is for 3 hours, you will be getting your 6 hours pay, that sort of thing. It's like you're getting a minimum pay rise or an opportunity or some sort of new job or connection going on. Bottom of the deck is nice. We do have something where you're going to need to cut somebody out. You're going to need to leave it alone. This is 2 kings discussing the plan about which way to proceed. I do feel that you've got some good knowledge about where you should go, what you should do, how much you should charge, whatever. It's like there's some really good detailed conversation going on about work. There is a lack of commitment either by you or somebody else. So let's say you're supposed to deliver 100 packages within 5 days and it's just virtually impossible. This is where you're starting to say, I thought that this would work, but I'm starting to get really tired here. This is like, I don't know if I'm committed to this job anymore or whether I want something else. There's something here showing 3 times in this reading where working 2 days and getting 5 days pay, working 3 days and getting 6 days pay. So there's some sort of bonus at the end of what you're doing, Maurice. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I keep seeing. All right, let's do some tarots now. Still got a couple of minutes to go here. Now, Maurice, think for the end of your reading whether you want what you want for your 2 questions. You don't have to write them down, so you get 2 yes and no's at the end. Show me Maurice in the coming weeks. I'm going to put 5 cards from the top and 5 from the bottom to represent 5 weeks ahead. Show me Maurice and his job for the next 5 weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I like the outcome cards. All right, so your first two cards, we have something about defeat, rest, or whatever. Now this can literally represent somebody in hospital and recovery. It can be a Virgo energy, doesn't have to be, but literally this can just mean where you've had enough of something, or you haven't been well, or somebody's had a fall or something. So there's something, some sort of delay, step back, recovery period going on in the first week or even a month. Then we move into this. We've got a soulmate connection, a soulmate connection. Now we're looking at work. Unless you've got something really romantic going on in the background, this is really, really beautiful and good energy for somebody in a romantic partnership. But in regards to work, this is committing yourself to a journey, and this is something you've always wanted to do. So there's some sort of plan coming up. I feel like it's going to take 2 months. Or it could be like we're in 2023, it could be next year, February. There's some sort of plan here that is going to all fall into place. It could be a new job opportunity as well. We've also got the sun and community here. The community is get together, celebrating, working together, building together, and then you've got the sun, which is the best card in the deck. So it does look like there's something really brilliant and beautiful coming through. There is a big tone about emotional and relationships here in this reading. It's almost like if somebody's been sick or sad or lonely, they're not going to be like that anymore. I'm just wondering if I can catch this woman's attention and she can turn this sound down. No, she's not looking. We then have recovery again, something you're desiring, something you're wanting, or people noticing your work or whatever, and then there's this, I just want to stop today. I just need to step back. There is a female energy there, and it was all throughout the reading about some female, one female where you're back to back, and one female where you are working together and on the same journey. But there's also like this emotional relationship kind of thing coming through in the reading. Your outcome cards, you're going to like these. This is reaching for the stars, reaching for your dream, and then going on a journey. So I don't know if you're going to get on a plane and travel and work somewhere else, but that's what it's looked like. All right, so we're going to do 2 with the Lenormand, 2 yes and no's. I'm actually going to get my hubby for my birthday to get me the yes and no tarot deck, whatever it is. So we'll start using them in the near future. But anyway, this is a yes or a no. After this, we have Meh. Now, has Meh said anything on the screen? Hey there, Chris. I'm only online until people come in here. So I've probably got maybe an hour if I'm lucky. So at the moment, I'm just keeping a hold on the readings. Okay, Maurice, just think about your 2 yes and no's. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Your first question is a yes. And your second question is a yes. Your first question, you do have 1 delay card, but we'll get to that in a sec. We got something to do with soulmate, connection, romance, and the sun. Something growing, something getting bigger, something working. The plans are finally happening. But this could be a roadblock. This can be you being stubborn about change, or you're meeting up with some conflict with somebody, but this is telling me you will succeed and something will be very, very beneficial. It's also showing me about protection of something, a personal matter. Protecting your family, if you've got children, protecting children. If you've got a partner, protecting your partner. It can be protecting your own stuff that you know. Not sort of telling everybody everything. And your second, lots of messages where we get a straight out yes. We got celebration coming up, being lucky, being in the right place at the right time, and something you've applied for, something you've studied for, finally starting to show some sort of answer. It's also an invitation to somebody's wedding, or you could be inviting somebody to a 30th birthday, a 40th birthday, a wedding anniversary. There's some sort of celebration here and invitation going on. Being that we were focused on work, it could be a new job, a promotion, or even if you work for somebody, being asked to step up the ladder and work as management with somebody and taking over. All right, coming up next we've got Meh. Thank you so much, Maurice. I'm just quickly going to have a drink and cross across to PayPal to read Meh question, and we'll timestamp it, please, girls. Chris, I think we had a bit of a troll in the room before. Mama B handled it. I'm not sure what was said. All I seen was the blocked messages. Yeah, it's looking pretty damn good there, Maurice, and thank you for donating today. Okay, so Maurice is done, and we're moving on to Meh with a mini. I'll just go and check what she had to say in PayPal. So we're back to Meh. I don't know what happens when I go out of this. I don't have the iPad with me to be looking across and reading everything and looking up PayPal on a different device. I wasn't going to be reading live today. Anyway, here we go with Meh Mini. Her mini is starting at 36 minutes. Just put 36 minutes for Meh. 36. Okay, so this is for Meh. 1, 2, 3. After this is Erica. So Erica, we will need your question on the screen, please, Erica, for a detailed reading. Okay, Meh. You're going to apply for, if you apply for salon assistant, will you get the job? How will that go? Now, I'm going to put your name down. I won't say your name, Meh. And I'm thinking about her question in my head. Here we go. There's a lot of lack of confidence is the best way to put it. These are not major black cards, meaning no. They're little, annoying, sort of whatever. We do have the 2 kings here considering you for the position, but I feel this is you not having confidence that you will get the position. So let's see, once you apply, I think you'll get the position. If it's not this one, Meh, there is something following straight after. Because this is where they want to know, can you turn up to work 4 days a week? Can you work on weekends? Can you work at night? Whatever. So I feel that this is where your reaction in an interview, if you're doing an interview online, people can see, if you're on camera, they can see if they say to you, are you available to work on Sundays sometimes? And if you go, and you know, you put this sort of look on your face, they'll know that you're like, I don't want to work on Sunday, or I don't want to work at night. So there's something to do with lack of commitment to what they're expecting. The job is the double red 5s, which is yes, that there is a position for you, there is something that you're going to be doing. I'm also wondering whether there's delay and there's another job with this 3 here. So the one you're actually looking at, I'd like to say that yes, you're getting the position with these, the 6 and the 5 being in red, but there's also something about the past here. So they may want you to commit to working for 6 weeks and then they assess you and decide whether they keep you. So there will be some kind of assessment period, but you've got to have the confidence met. Don't go in there with no confidence. They will feel that, just say in your head, I'm the person for this job. I can do this job. If they want me to work at 9 o'clock at night, I'll work at 9 o'clock at night. If they want me to work on my Sunday, every Sunday for the next 6 months, I'll do it. If there's any questions where they ask you, can you do this, can you do that, and your body language is no, you pull back, your eyes go down, whatever, they will read that. They will know that you're saying yes, but your body language is saying no. So that's the point is what I'm giving you, because that's what I'm seeing in this reading, that it's lack of confidence or something. Bottom of the deck, will you get the job or not? You need to see this. Will you get the job or not? Yes, 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 yes. Now, this is what's hidden in your reading. This is what you don't realise. So this is, you're very capable, very responsible. There are other people that are in mind with the job and other people that you're going to connect with really, really well. You are committed. You need to show that you're committed. This would represent the boss, the person looking at your application and looking at you, and this would represent the changes that you're about to go through with this job. Now, I do have to say, Meh, that if it's not that particular job you're looking at, there's definitely a job there and success. Okay, so whether it's that one or in 5 days' time, 5 weeks' time, there's something else that comes up, there's definitely you in a new position and it's going to work very, very well for you. You've got to pick up the confidence, you've got to show them that this is what I want, because sometimes people go for jobs and they have to. You know, they need money, they want to pay their rent, or their mum or their dad saying, go and get a job, you know, go back to school or get a job. So if you're really desiring and wanting the job, they will know that you really desire and want the job. But it looks like you're going to be good at what you do and you're going to get a position. So let's just do 3 from the top, and just 3 from the top of these, just more information about this job for me. Okay, 3 from the top. Mountains, it's like a struggle for you. There's something annoying. It's like you want everything yesterday, you want everything just to fall into place. And then it's sort of like you're making your own burdens here. You've got 3 complicated cards there. I want to see what's on the bottom. Secrets, trying to find the right direction and feeling like competition or something like that.
With the owner of a Fuso Hertz rental truck, registration X95VA, please make their way to reception.
Wow.
Once again, with the owner of a Hertz rental truck, Fuso, registration CX95VA, please make their way to reception.
Okay, Meh, the buzzer had gone before that speaker went off. So let's just do your yes and no that you've got in your mind, and then we're on to Erica, moving right along. Yes or no for me. And I want to do bottom messages about this job application again, because the Lenormand deck was quite dark, what came out there, but your poker deck story was really good. So yes or no, envy and fear about not being good enough, or they're better than me, or they'll get the job and I don't get it. So even if this particular job, you apply for it and then they take somebody else, don't let that make you sit back and go, oh, I'm not going to apply for anything. Apply for everything, because there is something really good coming towards you. I think you're going to be frustrated or something like that. Your answer is a straight out yes. We've got, you need to balance yourself, you need to trust in yourself, and you need to see the opportunities that are presented before you. And last part of the reading, just extra messages, everything will grow in strength. You need to balance yourself again. We've got 2 balance cards here, and you're holding on to some version of what is or what isn't. It's time to let go of that and move forward. All right. So that is Meh. And now we got Erica with detailed. Now Erica, as you know, at the end of this we'll do 2 yes and no's. Sorry guys if you were hoping for the whole yes and no and star sign thing. I am limited for time, and there is a lot of people starting to come in for lunch. It's 20 to 12 and they're looking at this area in here. I'm actually feeling quite hot at the moment. It must just be me. I feel like I've got some kind of bug or something at the moment, because I just keep getting these sweats and stuff, and feeling really tired. So haven't been coughing or anything like that, so I don't know. All right. Erica's question is, will your son Ivan make high enough score to go to the military? Will they accept him into the Navy? He is Pisces. So Ivan, let's see if he's going military. Show me Ivan the Pisces. Show me Ivan the Pisces. He's applied for has he got the point scores? I'm assuming he's got to go college, university or something, and they get certain points. Over here, pretty much you finish high school and you go straight in, you apply. Army is the lowest, Navy you need higher, and Air Force is the highest. Yeah, so how will Ivan, Erica's son Ivan, go with his point score and getting into the Navy? What's no? Sorry, let me just pause the clock. No what? Let me just clarify. He has to pass the test. Oh, okay, so there's a test that they sit. Yeah, my son years and years and years ago when he was 19, I think it was, I said to him, apply to get into the army and be a chef, you know, because he wanted to be a chef and do all of that. They said no, and it wasn't because he didn't pass the test, it was because he was too skinny. He was very tall and too skinny, and they said, we want you to go eat this, eat that, do this exercise and whatever, come back and see us and we'll put you through the training again and you'll get in. But he was way underweight for his height. He ended up in a really good job and glad he didn't go in the army. All right, so here we go. Will Ivan pass the test and get accepted into the Navy? How will he go? He's very dedicated and committed. He does stress himself out about, I should have done this, I should have said that, whatever. There is something lacking in the learning from the past, like a certificate or something. I don't know if he's supposed to have a medical certificate or he's supposed to have a first aid certificate. So this card is showing me that there's something missing within the paperwork or the training. But this is showing me being in the right place at the right time, being dedicated, and a lot of hard work coming up. And he's saying, I'm dedicated, this is what I want. This is a surprise coming in. This is basically the two army bosses looking at the application. They can see that he's dedicated, that he's the right fit, the right stuff. But again, there's something to do with a delay here. There's two black nines here, so I'm wondering whether he's got to reapply in September, or reapply in 9 weeks' time, or 9 months' time, or there's some kind of hiccup here. It's not a straightforward success, what I'm seeing here. Down here, I'm seeing the success. There he is with his success. He's moving forward, he's very happy about everything. But then we got a roadblock again. So let's just look at tarot, move these out the way. Let's see if we got better information from the tarot on this. Show me the journey for Ivan and the Navy. It looks like a roadblock. I'm not going to say yes, he's definitely going to get in, he's going to pass and get in. I think eventually he will, yes. But I also feel like they're asking for something that he hasn't got. I'm not sure. And it can be, let's say he needs 36 points, he's got 35 points. You know what I mean? It's like there's something missing with this application. It's not about his dedication, and it's not about him being the right for that position. It's like there's something within what training he's been doing or what work he's been doing up to date. There's something not there. So let's just see. This is what he really, really wants. His first three cards out are Two of Cups, Lovers, and Empress. Now, normally I tell you that this means that there's a wife, a baby, pregnancy, relationship thing going very, very well for him. So I don't know if he's involved in a relationship. I don't know if there's plans of a baby or whatever. It could be why the double black nines come out, that if he has a partner, that she's going to be pregnant and the whole baby thing is going to change the whole dynamics. But if this is all to do with him and the Navy, this is somebody that's very passionate, very dedicated. This is what they want. This is what they're dreaming of. The next row out, we do have this setback. We got a setback here. Then we got reaching for the dream and finally on the journey. So there is a journey, but there's a setback showing up in the tarot as well. This is signing the contracts and going on the journey. Now, he may not get exactly the position he wanted. So some people, they go into the Navy to just be a crewman, to be on the ship. Other people go into the Navy because they want to work in engineering or logistics, or they might want to work in I can't think what it's called, the guns and whatever. So I feel like what he's aspiring to have, it's there in the future, but he gets in at a different level of what he was expecting. But there's something to do with a baby and everything like that. Bottom of the deck, with this whole application process, he's in his own fight inside of himself. He's doubting himself, or he's fighting with himself, or he's got some sort of battle going on. He's presenting himself as, this is me, this is what I want, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm ready to go, and this is the military card. So he will get there, yes. Will he get there right now? Will he get the position he wants right now? Maybe not. Maybe not exactly the way he was wanting things. So let's just have a little bit look through here. Show me Ivan and his Navy application. Jordan, I'll check that in a sec. I've got a detailed reading for Bethel, and I have to go and check her question. Bethel, are you here, ready to listen? Show me Ivan and his Navy journey. All right, so there's some sort of personal thing. Now, I don't know if you don't want him to go in the Navy, or he's got a girlfriend or a wife doesn't want him to go in the Navy. There's someone trying to stop this journey here. They want him to get a normal day job somewhere at home, or look at other opportunities. There is something else he could be doing instead of the Navy, and it's somebody else is trying to convince him, why do it now? Do it later. Wait till you're like in your mid-20s. I don't know how old he is, but it's sort of like someone's trying to, not sabotage, but trying to get him to look at something else. He does have some sort of secret here that he's holding on. He does have his wishes and success coming true. So if his greatest desire is to do this whole Navy journey, he will get what he wants. But there's something he's hiding at the moment here from others. His outcome cards are again showing the woman. Now, she can be you, she can be the mum, sitting there worried about his journey, worried about what he's going to do there. It also can be some partner of his, because this can represent pregnancy and babies. He will find his direction and he will be lucky. So he's got something to do with luck. Bottom of the deck for him, oh, he's only 19. You want him to go. Okay, that's good. Bottom of the deck, he's got success in his journey. He's actually got the ship here going on the journey. It's not a chariot, it's an actual boat. So this is really, really good. This is him committed to his journey of what he wants to do. And he's even got the anchor that's on the ship. Now, the anchor actually means being stubborn, being held back, something else trying to hold you back. So if he has a girlfriend, the girlfriend might be saying, why you got to do this? I don't want you to go to the Navy. I don't want you to join. A lot of women don't want their guys to be in the Navy. We all know what goes on in the Navy when they go to different ports and different countries. It's been going on for centuries. But I find it hilarious that he wants the Navy and we've got a boat with the anchor. That could be him putting his foot down, putting his anchor in, and this is where he wants to be. So will he get it? Will he be successful? Just be prepared for some sort of delay to the plan or roadblock or something else. He has to pick up some extra study or something like that. hang on a sec. Rodney's not looking. All right, let me quickly read this before I do your 2 yes and no's. He could actually be getting it and pass and get in. I just feel that, let's say, like I said, he wants to work in engineering in the Navy. He may not have the level yet to do that. He may just go in as a crewman. And he may even change his direction once in the Navy. He may decide to do something else and be a gunner or be, radar or whatever. So here we go. And he may even, for some reason, I'm seeing a submarine in my head. He may go into submarines. I wouldn't want anyone going into submarines, but for some reason I just seen a sub in my head, and I could even hear the ping noise with the submarine and the radar. So he may end up doing that. He may end up underwater. All right. So 2 yes and no's for you, Erica, now, and thank you so much for donating today. And we're on to Bethel next. Now, Bethel actually paid and put her question in WhatsApp, PayPal. So I'll go across to PayPal and see if the other person, who was the other person that paid? Jordan. I'll go and check Jordan's payment as well. Is this Jordan the female that's been on my channel before, or Jordan a male? Because I know Jordans that are females, they're friends of my daughter, and she's got a lot of friends that are Jordan that are male. Your first question is a yes in time, and your second question is, I'm going to give that a yes in time as well, something to do with finances, the second question. Both questions actually show a financial sort of situation. You're being shown the door to value and the door to success. You're being shown strength, and this can represent a Leo energy coming into the picture. You're also being told that know when your limits, know your limitations, and step back when you need to. Breathe, meditate, and then start again. You also have something to do with love and compassion and sharing. This can be a mothering energy. It also can be husband-wife kind of energy. It even can be pregnancy and family energy. But there's something to do with love and concern and care. Be cautious with finances at the moment, because you had abundance with the finances at first. So any money that's coming in that's a little bit over the top or whatever, put it away, save it for a rainy day, because it looks like there may be where you need to turn the tap off with the money. So let's say for your son, for instance, he might say, I need you to give me more money to do this or more money to do that. You may have to put a roadblock there and get him to do it for himself. The other thing is, you're standing in the gate, you're watching and waiting to go on some new journey. Anyway, thank you so much, Erica. Hopefully that all made sense to you, and good luck to your son, Ivan. I didn't know you had a son that was 19. I'm sure you told me in the past, but I don't think you've ever mentioned his name. I actually, many years ago, at least 20-something years ago, it was Melbourne Cup Day, and my phone at the end of the Melbourne Cup had a message from someone called Ivan about the Melbourne Cup thing, and I just looked at it and I said, who are you? You've sent that message to me. And I never heard back from them again, but obviously somehow somebody sent me a message called Ivan. So I don't know who the hell that was. All right, let me go check. I'll just go and check for Bethel, and then Jordan said she paid as well, and I probably will be finishing up soon because I've got to get myself ready for private reading. Really, Chris, you did thing just stops, freezes. Chris, you did donate. Yes, I could see that. Chris, if it's okay with you, because like I said, I don't know if people are coming in here. I'm going to do Bethel right now. She's asked for a 6-month forward. Jordan's up with a mini after that. And then Chris will put you after that, and then we're closed. So let's just close all the readings now, because I do have to do a one-on-one private reading at 1 p.m. and it's currently nearly 12. So by the time I'm finished 10 to 15 minutes there and another 5 or 10, and if I get onto yours, Chris, it'll be pushing time for me, plus people will be coming in here. Okay, so Bethel, this is for you. Is Bethel here? Is Bethel here? Bethel, you're there, I can see your name. Okay. I was just wondering whether we needed to put a timestamp. Okay, Bethel, here we go, good luck. Coming 6 months, career, love, finance, what does Bethel need to see over the coming 6 months? So what I'm going to do is 3 cards, you know, 3 cards for each month. So this is June, July, August, September, October, November. June, July, August, September, October, November. June, July, September, October, November. Bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, Bethel. So, now, as I keep telling people, time's very fluid with readings, and you do readings yourself. So, what I tell you might be for June might actually be for June next year, or it might be for January, or so just take it with a grain of salt as far as the months go. But let's see what's coming towards you. So first up, let's read this in a health-related matter first. I do feel there's somebody that may have been very, very sick, and they're finally, now if this is you, this is finally getting on the road to recovery and balance and health. It could have something to do with two lungs, 2 kidneys, 2 eyes, 2 ears, anything you've got 2 of, 2 hands, 2 feet. But yeah, it's something that's been very ongoing and waiting for it to be over. It's finally sorting itself out. Now, if we look at this to do with legal matters or study or whatever, this is like it's come to the end, it's finished, and this is some sort of celebration, and whew, yes, it's there. Now, relationship-wise, this could be a strained relationship. It could be somebody that's been jealous, or somebody that's been depressed or angry or fighting or temperamental. This is telling me balance is coming back and telling you to go have fun. So that's June. That's what I'm seeing there. So what I'll do now is we'll do top and bottom cards for each month as well from the tarot. Now I can see a worker at the moment with their food, which means they're going to go get the other people and they're going to come in here. So I'm going to keep going and I'm going to talk quieter. Okay, so Bethel, this is June, July, August, September, October. This is pretty long reading. I don't know if I'll get this far with it. Anyway, so for June, we have something finally over. You had the 10 of clubs, finally over. Something stressful, something hard, something that's been consuming you. If it's a health-related matter, a business-related matter, it's finally done, it's over. But we also have the cheating, lying, deception. Somebody's been lying, somebody's been tricking you, somebody's been basically doing the wrong thing. Bit more of that, but it is coming to an end, okay? July, I'm going to work as quickly as I can. July looks beautiful. July in regards to health, well-being, love, romance is beautiful. This is friendships, this is community, this is family, this is soulmate, this is everything you desire. Now the heart is upside down. So it can mean after disappointment or sadness or feeling lonely, this is where it's all coming back together. There's also the, like the 3 of hearts, the 4 of hearts. It's like a community get together. In regards to works, your tarot for July is showing money and working hard. So we got the 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles together for July. So July is going to be something about contracts and money and working something out and turning $3 into $8, turning 30,000 into 80,000. So this is a good thing. This is teamwork and it's support. August. We'll do the tarots first because they're easier. August, we have some sort of apology or remorse or something, and you feeling very powerful With the Queen of Wands here, I feel like you're going to be focused on your health, your well-being, your work, everything. You're going to be very busy in August, but there is some sort of regrets, remorse, or maybe even some apology coming in. Your poker deck is mixed up here. All right. Okay, so your poker deck for August, it's showing a bit of a mixed match here. Something secret, disappointing, angry, frustrating, getting balance back in, and then finally being, this is it. I'm committed to this journey. This is what I'm going to do. It's also a bit of a downturn with money. In August, it's sort of like the money builds and then money's going out when we get to August. September, we've got being in the right place at the right time, celebration, happiness, all sorts of nice things going on, but we also have your plans that you've been making, the way you thought things are going to be. This is like delays, roadblocks, some sort of stop. It's also that things will change dramatically, but they're not going to change the way you thought they were going to change. But being that you've got wishes coming true and a money card sitting here, it's like these forced changes are going to benefit you in some way. It's almost like you apply for a job and you get a better position because the other person died or they left or they got fired. So somebody has something wrong happen to them and you benefit from it. You also have success here. Now this could be a legal matter, this could be a lawyer rushing in with information, and finally the sun's come out. Finally the truth is there. There's some sort of success here. Again, I feel like through somebody else being exposed or some plan that they had, that may be their plan to try and sabotage your plan. This is success. The Knight of Swords with the Sun, beautiful energy. What were we up to? June, July, August, September, October. October, we have you analysing a situation. Don't get stuck over analysing something, but it's also you working out your future and where you want to live, what you want to do, where you want to work. You do have the Death card sitting here. Could just be symbolic. It could be that you're dealing with a Scorpio energy in that time frame. It also can be that you're finally done with something and you're moving forward. Sometimes when it comes out with double tens that you've got here, I feel like it could be that somebody's passing and you inherit something, or it can be somebody that already died years ago and there's something that they're shining down on you and they're like, wow, you know, she's finally got it going. I really like the cards here for November. Was it November, October? October. Doesn't really matter. Double tens is usually selling property. It can be weddings, it can be commitment ceremonies, it can be made the boss. You've got a beautiful shot card where you're going, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is like winning the lottery, Bethel. This is like buying a house, selling a house. It's like two people coming together and buying their dream home. A business going haywire with money, you know. This is nice surprises that finally are here. And your final cards are memories of the past flooding you in November, possibly December, and like I said, it could be a year away. You've got some kind of commitment, two people coming together in love and celebrating and together. But we've got family and we've got just this love, emotional stability, beautiful. Nice responsibility things. You've also got a money thing, a double nine thing here. This is something finally over. There is a sudden, sharp kind of thing around this time. Now, I do have to say, the buzzer is going. I do have to say, Bethel, be careful with health-related matters over the coming months, because this can mean that somebody's been taking something like, let's say, a cholesterol tablet to try and fix something. It's not going to work. And then this would be medical surgery to try and correct something because it's actually getting worse, whatever it is. So I feel like there's a medical matter coming up which will require some sort of procedure, surgery kind of thing. I also feel financially this is the end of the rainbow. The money that needs to be there is there, okay? All right, let's do your 2 yes and no's, Bethel. Thank you so much for your donation. And Jordan, you're up next. Jordan, I didn't notice. Jordan paid for a mini, so Jordan, can we have Jordan's question there, please? And then Chris, I haven't looked at your question yet, but I'll just check the time. Okay, there's nobody come in here yet, so we're doing good. This is yes and no for Bethel. Bethel, just think of 2 questions, and this is just final messages for your reading today. First question, I'm going to give it a yes. Second question, I'm going to give it a no. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll do the negative stuff first. Okay, final messages here are something's been really overwhelming, burdens. Something's been really annoying and frustrating. It's like everybody's out to get you, sabotage, all of that. And you just feel like you're constantly climbing a mountain, constantly trying to get there. The mountain actually can mean that you will succeed, you will get there. But I get a no on the second question because of the 3 negative energies. No at this time. Your yes answer, your last messages are going on a journey, movement forward, finally doing what you need to do. You are trying to work out whether to cut something out, to let somebody go, let something go, or whether to put a foothold and stick to the plan. You will have some sort of success coming up. There's some sort of you committing to a certain journey and saying, this is how I'm going to do things. But that's a yes there. These 2 cards are really nice together. It can be you're going to a wedding or an engagement party, it can be signing contracts, but the anchor card can be stubborn, stubborn to not change or whatever. Okay, so Jordan, what should I expect in love this month? Okay, Jordan, the mini readings, we need to remind people when you're paying for a mini reading, guys, try and make it like a yes and no kind of, like, will I have happiness in love? Will this person take it to the next level? But anyway, Jordan, we'll look at it in that way. Good luck, Bethel. Thank you for joining us today. All right, so this is for Jordan, mini, and Jordan, at the end of this, you'll get a yes and no, so just think about what that's going to be. Okay, here we go. Jordan, what's coming towards Jordan in love in June, July? Because we're already nearly at the middle of June, so we'll just say June, July. What's coming towards Jordan romantically for June, July? What should she expect? It's a she, isn't it? It's a she. Jordan. K-O-R-D-A-N. Jordan, you yourself, you're ready for commitment, something solid. You want somebody else to be on board with you. Unfortunately, you're dealing with somebody that's not on the same page. There's a bit of frustration on your part. I don't know if you're involved with somebody that's already involved or whether the person you're involved with during the next weeks, that there's somebody else. There's 2 black threes here. I really don't like black threes when we're looking at relationships because it's all about, it's not like 3 of swords and 3 of wands, but it can be. The 2 black threes to me is somebody in the background or getting rid of somebody, basically. So let's say there was you and you had 2 sisters. 2 of you hang together and you push the other one out. So that's what I'm seeing going on over the next week. So you may be actually deciding to cut ties with a particular person you've had a friendship with because they just make you feel like crap or it's just not happening. Let's have a further look because I'm not really seeing anything other than you want commitment, you want something good and something solid. Dee, you did just, no, don't make a payment right now, Dee. Let's just see how I go with this. I've got Crystal after this and I do have a reading at 1 p.m. and it's 10 past 12. I have a private reading at 1 p.m. Jordan, again, it's like where you're getting attention or affection or whatever, it's like it's not what you want. It's like there's always somebody in the background, or there's always somebody saying he's not good enough or she's not good enough or whatever. So I just feel like there's this frustration of what it is you're wanting or where it's coming from. And there's more of it. There's more of it. Is this person telling me the truth or are they lying? Should I believe this person? You will be making decisions for yourself. You'll be saying, this is what's going to make me happy. This is going to make me settled. Yeah, so D, I will possibly get yours done. We'll just see. We'll see how we're travelling. Let's have a little bit more look for Jordan, and then we'll move on to tarot. Jordan, you want commitment, relationship, stability. You want all your wishes coming true. It's really, really good. All I can say is be careful what you wish for. Be careful who you're looking at, because this is somebody that's got a different journey, a different agenda. So you could get involved with somebody that wants you for friends with benefits, right? And in your mind, you think that this is going to be a commitment. We're going to be together. We're going to stay together. So this is sort of somebody on a totally different path, totally different thing. It also, as I said, can represent, because we had those threes, that you're wishing for something that you might not really, really want. Let's just see what the tarots have to say, Jordan. Show me Jordan's journey. 3 from the top and 3 from the bottom. 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom for Jordan and the love journey. Hopefully we get something better out of the tarots. I did see stuff to do with fertility, pregnancy, babies, and all of that sort of stuff, parenting responsibilities. So if you do have children, or the person you're trying to hook up with has children, the third party can actually be the children causing problems where I can't go out tonight, I've got to mind the kids. Or I can't meet up with you, my kids are there. You know, that sort of thing. So sometimes that kind of energy can actually represent the third party being parents or children, okay? Not looking too bad here. It starts off as a struggle. This is where you're fighting within yourself about what you want and feeling like people don't give you enough of what you want. Then we have celebration, stability, going out, enjoyment, enjoying things, making plans and plans for the future about what you want to do. This normally means somebody that wants marriage. You also got to trust in your own instincts. You got to believe what your instincts are telling you, that they're there for a reason. You are holding on to something from the past though. There's some kind of holding on to the past. Now, it could mean that you meet up with somebody and they're holding on to their past, or somebody's holding on to them as well. Okay, so anyway, that's what we get for you, Jordan. So let's just do the Lenormand yes or no. You get 1 yes or no for that reading. Sorry, Jordan, I was hoping that we'd see a lot of love bubble kind of stuff going on for the next June, July sort of area. It does look like you might be very, very busy with work or family or something, and it distracts you from a romantic adventure. Anyway, here we go. Good luck. Yes or no? This is maybe. This is no. This is yes. Yes or no for Jordan, please. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, you've got a yes eventually. So we're going to say eventually, whatever it was you were asking in your mind, will I be with this person? Will I be in love? Or whatever you were asking. There's a new beginning on the horizon. You do have 2 cards that represent fertility, pregnancy, babies. But it can represent new love. Okay, this is somebody that wants to be with you, wants to hold your hand, wants to be there no matter what. There is an annoying feature to all of this. There is somebody sabotaging, ruining plans or whatever. And then you're like, when am I going to get there? When am I going to get there? You're trying to get there. But I am going to give you a flimsy yes on that question you were thinking about, or a delayed yes. Anyway, Jordan, good luck. Because it was a mini reading, I didn't tell you what else I was seeing there, but there was stuff to do with work, health-related matters, and children and family. Okay? Normally when I have a reading like that, if it was a detailed reading, I would be telling you the rest of what I was seeing there. And you have a connection in spirit. I think it's a male that looks over you, that watches out for you. You've got a protector there. All right, that is Jordan, and up next we have Crystal. Let me just quickly go back and check Crystal's question. Reading, because basically what I do is pretty much every week I'll sit there at night and I'll just go delete, delete, delete. I just remove stuff, because if you keep stuff in WhatsApp, it just stops working. It only has a certain amount, a certain window, and then it will stop working. You can't send a message, you can't send a video, you can't send nothing. So unfortunately, I haven't got that reading there for June. So anyway, we'll look at the rest of June and a little bit of July, you know, because we're already up to, what are we up to? We're already up to, oh, it's only the 5th. It's only the 5th, guys. I thought that we were already in the middle of June. All right, let me just try and fill this up with some hot drink. D, if you're still there, at the moment there's nobody in the room. And I still have time. I've got at least half an hour, maybe a bit less. If I can do this private reading here where I am, fingers crossed. If I can't, I've got to pack up and move, probably just out there where the music is. Yeah. All right, so Crystal, let's have a look at June for you. I know you don't like to go too far forward, so we'll focus on June. Okay, here we go. Oh, is that why you delete them as well, Chris? All right, Crystal, June. All I'll do, D, is I'll just talk in a lower tone if people do come in here, and I'll keep going, okay? Here we go, Crystal, good luck. I'm going to break this up into 4 lots of 5, pretty much this week, next week, you know, getting towards the end. And as I keep telling everyone, time is fluid in these readings. Okay, so we've got 3 lots of 5 there. Okay, Crystal, is there any main focus you want me to look at in this reading? Because as you know, I'm going to show you everything, so I'll just wait till I hear from you. Are we looking at work, men, relationships, love, whatever? D has just paid. D will be the final reading today, guys. I'll pause the clock at the moment, Crystal. Because Crystal, I can see health-related matters, possibly not just you, but family matters. I can see work-related matters quite a bit here. Romantically, those cards over there for towards the end of the month are beautiful. Throughout this, I'm not seeing too much other than going out here and there. Okay, just look at everything. I'll pump it out as quick as I can. All right, so first sequence we have the 2 black 7s sitting together. Now, this will tell you that any plans you've been making in regards to possible connections, relationships, or work, or health. Okay, so all of it. Any plans you've been making that you're supposed to go to Spain in September, or you're supposed to buy something for work, or get a new car, or buy a new house. All of these plans you've been making, we're sitting with 2 black 7s, which would tell me that there is a change of plan, delay in plan. July may be a tough time going into July, financially, physically, mentally, I'm not too sure. But July may be something where you're like, oh my gosh, this always happens to me. You do have some sort of interlude going on with this fella here. This is you bringing love to the table. This is him bringing a plan to the table. You're literally saying, I want to do things my way and the responsible way. I've got something I've got to fix, or there's something I've got to do, so you'll just have to wait. So you're literally turning your back on somebody who's trying to say, let's do it now, let's go, let's buy a house here, let's whatever. So somebody's got their own agenda, their own plan. You're looking at working out ways to bring your plan back into action. When we move on to the second row here, which could be going 2 weeks from now, maybe not, maybe it's the end of the month, not sure. We've got where you're starting to suspect that there's something going on. Let's focus on work. You're starting to suspect that somebody's double dealing or making plans behind other people's backs, or talking to somebody about what they think about your job or what they think about the future. Romantically, because we do have you sitting next to a romance card, going out with somebody, enjoying some food, some drinks, some talking. If it's that, it will be trying to get to the truth of the matter. If it's to do with work, it's almost like somebody's other plan overloads you with more work. So somebody's stuff up at work, you get landed with it. So I know you work in legal and all of that. It's almost like somebody didn't cross all the T's and dot the I's, and then you're looking at the paperwork going, this is why this doesn't work. You didn't finish the job. So either somebody's talking about you in that way, or you're talking with somebody about what happened. I do see a teaching kind of feel here. It's like you're the teacher to somebody coming up. You're telling them how to do things and how to work things out, and you're noticing that they don't cope with the workload, or they don't cope with what they're supposed to be doing. There's a female kind of energy there. Now, looking at medically speaking, this is telling me in the distance, twins, again, girl. We got twin girls here, and then down the track we got a boy way down the track, and we got twin symbols over here as well. So I just keep seeing the twin things, double sevens, double fours, double aces, double fives, double sixes. You know, like you've got twin all the way through. Now, twins coming out in a reading may have nothing to do with twins. It may have everything to do with a situation being identical to another situation. And so basically doing something wonderful in that, and then rinse and repeat and doing it again. Or going through something stressful and then rinse and repeat and going through it again. Okay, there will be some invitation with some women all hanging out together. You're being told not to go overboard with something, especially with money. If somebody says, oh, you should buy this car is great. If that car's 10,000 more, 20,000 more, and you're quite happy with the car that's less, tell them no thank you, because you're being told do not go overboard with money. But also in a conversation with another female, can be a family member, don't go too high with it. I'm trying to work out how to explain it. Don't worry about it too much. Just go into planning and say, this is how we're going to sort this whole thing out, okay? I'm going to have to talk lower. We do have somebody in here. Moving right along towards the end of the month, we've got new responsibilities that make you feel very happy. It could be a family kind of connection. There may be a sibling that has injured himself. There is a male here. But there's some sort of planning going on where you basically be mother hen to this particular person. It's showing me somebody that needs to grow up, but it's also showing me talking to a different doctor to get something to sort it out. So it could be your grandfather, it could be your father, it could be your brother. Now, you did mention about this other brother that you have, this half brother. There may be something comes presented to you where you're presented with this person, and there's a connection there. There's a bit of stress sitting around that. Anyway, let's move on to the good cards. The good cards I'm seeing here. How much time have we got on yours? We've still got time. You've got a beautiful surprise coming towards you. Somebody wants love, commitment, a future, and babies. Somebody wants it all. This is a surprise at night. It's not generally showing me who it is. It's definitely a male energy with the 5 and the Jack. Let's just get more information on this, because this is really, really nice. This is something where almost like a reunion with somebody, or you went out, you had some dinner, and then a month later you went out, you had some dinner. This is where it's not just dinner anymore. It's more, and you can feel it. You can feel this person's energy where they're literally wanting to commit with you. The workers are coming in here now like clockwork. Usually between 12:15 and 12:30 they come in here. I mean, it's fine, they work here, this is their place. And I'm not buying anything from them, so... Alright, here we go. Okay, Crystal, this is really good energy here. After some heavy burdens and something coming to its complete, and now it can be health related, it can be work, it can be a romantic thing, you've got wishes coming true here. 2 of Cups and wishes coming true. So out of something difficult comes something beautiful. Now that could be work as well. This could be commitment and celebration that you've got a new job, a new agenda, a health related matter gets resolved. Romantically, this is really good. It's like you've been through some ups and downs with romance, and this is something solid. We also have Page of Pentacles, Empress and Lovers. So we have a really nice connection going on here. Somebody's inviting you to go on a dream with them. It's also can be the Doctor, fertility and twins as well. It's a twin symbol. Very, very nice energy coming your way here. I'm hoping that this relationship or the people that you know, that something's coming really good there. We do have some sort of celebration there, but we also have somebody that's healing at this time, somebody that's stepping away from things. And you do have some sort of travel coming up. I don't think it's far. I don't think it's like overseas or anything like that, Crystal. But I do think you're definitely going on a journey. It could be just a journey inside yourself. Did D pay? I'm going to have to refund the money for D. Or D, if you can give me your email, give me your question, I can record it somewhere else out of here because it's just too noisy in here. Alright, so your final cards, Crystal. We have picking a journey and going on that journey. We do have a single kind of energy with the 9 of Pentacles, but I think this is more to do with work. There may be surgery coming up for somebody, something to do with 2. The legs, the hips, the knees, the hands, the wrists, the eyes, whatever. So there's something to do with 2, but the balance will be restored, okay? Pretty good reading, a lot of positive stuff there. Romantic stuff is looking like going up to a next level. Physically and health-wise, it does look like you're helping somebody, not so much that you've got something wrong, but you're helping somebody. Work-wise, it looks like going up higher. D, you did pay. You can still hear me, but if you can't do the reading there, that's okay, I understand. I'm not allowed to read online out there, and there's plenty of places out there, but there's music going out there. So anyway, let me just finish this. If you can hear me, can you hear me when I talk like this? D, just put your question there and I'll try and do it. If I can't do it, I'll refund the money. I don't know, I'm going to have to find a place to do this private reading at 1 o'clock, and it's 12:30. Alright, Crystal, just think about 2 yes and no's. And Crystal, because of your payment was way over the $12, what I want you to do, that reading I just gave you, if you have anything you want me to look further at, just put it on WhatsApp for me. Say, can you give me more details about this, or can you have a look at this question for me? And I'll do some little mini stuff on WhatsApp later for you, okay? But this is just quickly your 2 yes and no's to finish this reading. You can hear me? That's amazing that you can hear me, because it's extremely, I can't hear my own voice. There is here. There's 8 or 9 workers in here and they're all shouting and laughing. All right, these hearing aids are doing really well because you're picking up on my voice and the background, I've turned it down. So I'm going to go into the hearing aids after this and completely turn it down and turn the front up. All right, let me turn my back to them as well. Crystal, your first question. You have a maybe yes. You have to work out what your journey is and work out who's being faithful and honest and who's not. You also might have to do some bluffing yourself. Something's going to become very, very clear to you, whether it's a medical matter, a love-related matter, something will become clear. And also you've got this baby journey. It was like the stormy clouds are over, so any fears and things you've got around having a baby in the future and pregnancy, it's sort of like it's finally going to become clear that it's all going to be fine. Like I said, I constantly see your face and I see you holding babies, and so happy, and you're crying tears of joy holding babies. Crystal, your second question is a straight out yes. You have something, either an invitation or something you're applying for. You have faithful and loyal and strong, and you have whatever efforts you put into something, you're going to see the benefit. Whether that's work, relationships or whatever. It does look like a relationship kind of thing. So any invitations coming your way at the moment in regards to love and relationships, you need to really explore that. Yeah, but Crystal, when you, if you have any questions about what I just did, just put it in WhatsApp and I'll do a bit of a shuffle on that particular thing. You know, like if something sprung to mind with when I said about work or I said about a brother or whatever, if you want me to look at a particular person, I'll just put a quick spread down and just clarify a little bit more. All right, Dee, so you can hear me. I'm just going to go check on the hearing aids to see what they're set on. Just give me I'm going to have to talk like this because I don't want them listening to me. And that is stone cold, so let me just get rid of this. Okay, Dee, we've got your question there. Thank you, Mama B. Mama B, we'll be doing your question in WhatsApp, not on here. Okay, let me just get this stuff away. I'm going to have to tell the person who postponed their reading. They were supposed to have it at 9 o'clock this morning. I was ready for them at 8 o'clock this morning. They postponed it to 11 o'clock. Then they said they could do it at 9, but it was too late for me then. Then they said 11, and then they changed their mind and said like my 1 o'clock. So I may even have to do it tomorrow now. All right, Dee. You met a new guy today and wanted to know if you see him working out for me in terms of relationship. His name's Ben. Okay. Last week, yeah, I can see the mini reading for today. Last week, was it you that paid me and I said it was pending? Was that you? Because it was a bigger payment. I think it was 2 detailed readings. It was still pending, and now I can't find it at all. And it said to me, they emailed me and they said that it was a e-check that had been paid. That was you? It's disappeared. I can't see it at the moment. And it's still pending for you on your end? Okay, all right. I was just clarifying, making sure that you were aware what was going on there, because it's come through as a check. And it's like the old days with checks, and checks take 5 to 7 working days. So I'm still waiting on that to come through. I thought you may have cancelled it or something like that, but yeah, I'm still waiting. It's not pending anymore on your end. Is it still there? Does it say you paid me? We'll check that later. Let's do your question anyway, because I've got to get offline and do this other reading somewhere where it's not noisy. All right, so how will things go for Dee and Ben? How will the relationship between Dee and Ben go? How will things work out for Dee and Ben? I said it's gone through. Okay, that's probably why I can't see it anymore. It used to be up the top saying that it wasn't paid, because when I checked it yesterday, it still wasn't paid, and I thought, what's going on? Crystal's is always pending, but hers always comes in within 24 hours. Sometimes hers takes 4 hours, and other times it takes 1 day. But because that was a check, it didn't work. D, this is looking pretty good. This is the conversation. This is Ben, and this is the conversation heating up, getting more and more. This is your worries and your fears, and then this is a possible really, really good connection there with this too. Okay, so that's the beginning and where it's going. I think if it lasts, by August, it should be really something, you know, so getting more and more. You're going to have some sort of negative energy here from this female. Somebody might be saying to you, oh, he's just using you, or he's a player, or whatever. But you're sitting here thinking, no, I'm not too sure about what she's saying. He may actually tell you about his ex. His ex may still be in the picture, trying to cause trouble or something. You do have a bit of fear around the relationship because you're worried about whether there's other women in this person's picture. It could just be people online, people that this person talks to. I don't know where you met Ben. If you did meet him online, there's probably more than you that he's talking to. But you need to see your outcome with Ben. Your outcome cards are beautiful. 10 of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds, it's like 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles or the King of Diamonds. This is somebody secure, truthful, happy. You're happy at home, you're making plans for what it is you want. There's something very, very secure in what I'm seeing here with you and Ben. Let's quickly look at some tarots. Ben and D. 3 from the top and 3 from the bottom. Yeah, like I remember your readings, and usually there's some sort of sneakiness, some sort of lies. Double red tens, ace, king of diamonds, and surprise, like wow. That normally means wedding and commitment. So I think that this thing's going to kick off. You will be a bit, you know, like worried about things. Is he talking to somebody else? Is the ex in the picture? Why didn't he answer my call? So it's not going to be like straight away where you feel solid with him, but eventually, if this sticks, it's going to be good. So 3 from the top and 3 from the bottom. Okay. Your wishes, you've been wishing and hoping for the right person. You've got the player energy, the talkative person, the person that's all about their health, their well-being, their fitness, their friendships, their hardworking, turning into stability and truthful. So you've got the player turning into the truthful, strong energy. So at this time, he's just somebody exploring you, you're exploring him, but to me it looks like it's going to go further. It's so loud in here, I can't even hear myself. I feel like I'm at a wedding and I'm not invited. Bottom of the deck, look what we've got here. Commitment, strength, truth, starting from the beginning, an offer of love, let's go on this journey, and waiting and doing the distance. So I do feel that you're going to be in your mind that this is something, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing, but I also feel that there's going to be a waiting period. So this looks like a good guy. This looks like the right one. Let's see what the Lenormand have to say. We'll just do 3 from the top. And then think about a yes and no in your mind. We'll do the yes and no from the bottom, and we'll do the just 3 more from the top about you and Ben. Top is you and Ben, bottom is your question. Don't write your question, D. All right, here we go, D. You and Ben, happy home, engagement ring, something solid, nice, truthful, but we do have the burden here. Now, this can literally mean somebody in spirit brought you 2 energies together. I think that that's what it means, because you've got contentment and commitment of some kind, something that's going to make you happy, a full circle here. This to me would represent somebody that's brought this, made this happen. Fingers crossed, I hope this is all true. Now this is your yes and no. We have a stubborn energy, we have taking a chance, and we have finding direction, and we got Mr. Wonderful underneath the deck here. Is your answer yes or no? Keep yourself strong and protected, stand your ground, keep fighting for what you want, but this is all about protection at the moment as well. Don't get too involved too quickly, just take it one day at a time. You are being told to give somebody a chance and take a chance on something. You're also being told that you might finally have found your direction here. So I'm going to give you a probably yes on that question that you asked. Anyway, Dee, that is you. Thank you for putting up with the noise and everything. Guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for all the donations today. Thank you, Mama B and Crystal, for helping keeping the room running smoothly. I didn't even bring the iPad today. I don't think I need it. I really don't think I need to be carting that thing around. I'm going to invest in a second phone. Alyssa, I have a private reading in 15 minutes, so I've got to go offline right now and try and find a place where it's a little bit more quiet so I can do this private reading. So guys, I should be back on tomorrow or the next day. I'm not promising anything. I'm not sure what's happening with me getting online this week. This weekend coming up, we're travelling a little bit of a distance, probably staying up there, and so next Monday, if all goes well with my husband's competition, I won't be online next week on my Monday, which is Monday right now. So yeah, next week, fingers crossed he goes well and wins this competition that we're going to. So if he does well, I definitely won't be online next week, unless I take my stuff with me. I'm going to look at the place we're going on the Saturday, and if there is a place somewhere there, or even if we're going to be staying in a motel, I could probably do some readings from that motel, you know. We'll see. Anyway guys, I've got to turn this off and go and find a place to do a private reading. Bye for now.